Okay, let's focus here and go over these. Now, those first four, you're supposed to expand them so you can figure out the answer using these two numbers. Okay? But what have we learned that we don't have to do that anymore? What have we learned?
How to use a calculator.
How to use a calculator for those now, right? I'll do one like they want us to do, but then I'll do one with the calculator just to remind you. All right, how can I rewrite 60 if I have a 5 and a 12? 5 times 12, right? So this is the same as log base 2 of 5 times 12, which according to our properties of logarithms, I can expand into that problem, right? A multiplication problem can turn into turn that thing off so you can hear me. You're supposed to expand it into an addition problem so you can add the 2.322 and the 3.585. Okay? So what is that? 7, 10, another 9, 5, 9, 0, 7. Okay, watch what I do with my calculator. What am I supposed to punch in my calculator now that we know the change of base formula? Rule. What's the change of base rule? What am I supposed to type in my calculator? Log of 60 divided by? Right. Right? So let's see if we get 5.907. Log of 60, close it up, divided by log of 2, close it up. Is that 5.907 if I round it? Yes. So we're just going to use the calculator on those types of problems. Okay? But this was practice of rewriting using 5 and 12, either 5 times 12, 5 divided by 12, 12 divided by 5, 12 squared, 5 squared, whatever. Okay? So for number 2, I would go log. Now that we know the change of base formula, 1 divided by 144, close it up, divided by log of 2. Why did that go away? All right, so it should be negative 7.17 if we round it. All right, do we understand these now? These are like the last 4 you had to do on this. Just using the calculator. We call it the change of base formula. Okay, this one, come on. It doesn't. Why won't it move? There we go. All right, again, just put 12/25, which is a fraction. Close it up, though. Remember to close it up. The parentheses divided by log of 2 again, right? Every one of these is log of 2 because of the beginning. Negative 1.059. All right, and then log of 7, 720 divided by log of 2. All right? So, solving logarithms real easy using that change of base formula. All the ones we did last week's quiz. Okay, we did everything by hand last week. 9.492. Okay? So, we should be good at that. All right, expand. All right, this means 10 times x, right? So I can make that as log of 10 plus log of x. We should know the answer to log of 10 without using the calculator. What is it? 1. because the base for a log with no number is 10, so the 10's cancel. So you should probably rewrite that like that. Okay? Remember, this is multiplication here, right?
Yeah.
So it's natural log of 2 plus natural log of x to the 6th. What am I supposed to do with that 6?
Put it out front.
Put it out front. So natural log of 2 plus 6 natural log of x. Done. Okay, questions? Are you getting them right?
Yeah.
Are we understanding if we're not getting them right?
Yeah.
That's what matters. As long as we know what we're doing here by the end of today. All right, this one's got a division problem, a fraction, so I have to subtract them. Okay? So then I can move this 4, that exponent, out front. But there's 2 here, so I got log base 3 of 3 plus, because it's multiplication, times y, log base 3 of y cubed. What happens to the y cubed? The cubed on the y cubed, what do I have to do with that? I got to move it out front also, right? So now I got 4 log base 3 of x minus log base 3 of 3. And since this minus here, what's it do to that plus since we put it in parentheses? Makes it minus, right? 3 times log base 3 of y. So that's what you should have gotten for that problem once you expanded it. Questions? Oh, and what is, one more thing. What we should know what this answer is. What's that one? Since that's a 3 and that's a 3. A 1, yeah. So I should do that as well. So the final answer is 4 log base 3 of x minus 1 minus 3 log base 3 of y. Just make sure you're keeping your base the same the whole time. Okay? That's a little bit trickier. First 2 are pretty easy, right? Number 7 is a little trickier. Number 8's a little bit trickier yet. All right? So I'm going to go to the next slide, and I'm just going to go to the bottom here and do that one. Natural log of 4 root of 3y squared. What we do the other day when we had a 4th root, how did we rewrite it? Yeah, my exponent's 1/4. Okay? So think of it like this. Questions on that step? Okay. Now, what's the rule in here when I got something inside parentheses and I'm raising it to a power? Those 2 I multiply and well, there's a 1 there. So this is natural log of 3 to the 1/4. What's 2 times a 4th? A half, right? 2/4 or a half. Okay? Now, since this is multiplication there, right? What do I do with the 2 to expand it? Add them. Good. So now I got natural log of 3 to the 1/4 plus natural log of y to the 1/2. And what are we supposed to do with these 2 exponents? Move them out front when we finish expanding. They don't like us to have any exponents once we're finished expanding. Okay? So, my final answer for number 8, if I can get my page to go a little bit further, is 1/4 natural log of 3 plus 1/2 natural log of y. Okay? Are the expanding ones making better sense now? Yes or no? Start watching so you can answer yes or no. Okay, Piper?
Okay.
Thanks. Now we're going the other way for condensing. Yeah, can't think of the word. Thanks, Joe. All right. So number 9 is an addition problem. Oops, I got it up here. Don't I have to rewrite it? There it is. All right. So what do I change these 3 and 8? What do I do with it, Emily? Multiply, right? So I take log base 2, that stays the same, and I just go 3 times 8. That's all we have to do. Okay? And now it's a single log. Number 2, subtraction. But before I do the subtraction and turn it into what? Division, I got to move that 2 over. So this is log base 5 of 4 minus log base 5 of 5 squared. Okay? Which is what, 25? 5 squared? So when it's minus, what do I have to do with the 4 and the 25? Divide it. Write it as a fraction. My 4 doesn't look too good, sorry. We okay with that one? Questions? You're allowed to ask questions. You know, it's okay. All right. Number 11. I got a 3 out front of this, so I'm going to move it where? And since it's got 6x, I got to do it like that. So it's natural log of 6x cubed, and then natural log of 4, and then we got times y, so I could do this, couldn't I? But I don't want to expand. I'm in my expand mode. I'm supposed to be doing what? Condensing. Sorry, I don't need to do that. I don't want to make more work for myself, do I? All right. So what I need to do, though, with this is multiply this out. 6 cubed is 216, and then x cubed. So it's this now. Well, what am I supposed to do with the 4 and the 216 now? Multiply those. So I get this big number, 864, and then it's just x cubed y. Okay? So we get a little bit of a big number there. All right. These next 2 are kind of tricky, but we can get it done. All right. So with these 2 here, what do I do with them? Divide them, right? Well, what is 625 divided by 125? 5. So I can reduce that. And then I got what do I do with the 1/3? That's here, right? What is 27 to the 1/3?
9.
No.
3.
3, yeah. The cube root, that's what it means, right? 1/3 means cube root. Cube root 27 is 3. So this is log base 2 of 5 plus log base 2 of 3. So what I did is I simplified this fraction because 125 went in there 5 times, and I simplified that 1/3 exponent or cube root to a 3. Now what can I do with the 5 and 3?
Multiply.
Yeah, so it's log base 2 when you're all done of 15. Okay? That wasn't too bad. All right, this one. Since those are both 6s, what's that answer? 1. I'm going to make a negative 1 because the negative in front. Okay? And then I'm going to do minus, all right, this, which means to do what then? Divide, right?
You put log 2 instead of log 6.
Yeah. Thanks. And then this over here, I can move the 2 there, right?
How come you put them in front?
Because if it just wanted the x to be squared, they would have had these separated in the log base 6 of 3 plus log base 6 of x. Since the 3x is there, it's the whole thing that gets put to the squared problem, to the 2x function. All right. So, now how do I think about this again? I want to make sure I explain it to you right. We could have done this too. We could have rewritten this as log base 6. It doesn't matter what order, right? That's the same problem, right?
Yeah.
So since that's minus there, where's this 2y go? Well, minus, it comes in the bottom, right? And this, now I'm confusing myself.
Why is the y on the bottom?
Because it's division, right?
Yeah.
That minus turns into division. But, oh, I know what I did. Here's how I should have thought of this. I know time's running out, but watch. Until the bell rings, at least. Okay, never mind. All right, thanks for paying attention today. See you tomorrow.